All right, hello. Welcome to the inaugural episode of Taking the Staige. So, my name is Stephen Andrus, Jr. This is my wife, Paige
Andrews.
or the math guy Steve, and Paige Uwagi. We want to start a podcast. And our podcast is about us. It's really about us, about our family, about our friends, about our faith. And just, I think we're unique enough people to where we think that podcasts people would like. And we get to express ourselves, but also get to share a little bit about ourselves. And so, did you want to say anything before we start?
No, I just want to see how you want to do this.
Okay.
So I'm ready to jump right in.
Well, let's wing it. Okay. This first episode, we want to say a little bit about just how we met. Okay. And so every episode is going to be a little bit about us, about our experiences, and just whether it be husband and wife experiences, best friends experiences, as parents, as believers in a faith, as good friends that we are. I think we're good friends. Not necessarily with each other all the time, but definitely with the people around us. And so and about how unique we are as black people in this world, honestly. Paige is in law school. She has a master's degree. She's carrying a child. She also had...
I gotta put all my business out there.
Well, it's our podcast. I think we can put our business out there. But just a very unique human. I mean, just all the experiences that she has, and advice that she may have to share with other people, but also just to, relieve stress as far as therapy through this podcast. And then I'm a black male in this world. I have my master's degree in mathematics, which is very strange for, a colored person to be in STEM. And so we just want to share a little bit about ourselves. And so this first episode, again, is going to be about just how we met each other. So, babe, how did we meet? Paige, babe?
We can go through the story. You better tell it right.
Well, you tell your version, and I'll tell my version. How about that? How about we share?
Okay.
Okay, what you got? Let's start it off.
We met in school, in undergrad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a freshman. You were a junior.
Right.
And how I remember it, one of my friends, we just didn't have anything to do one evening, and she said, some of my friends are having this party, and that was like one of my first experiences with like a college type party. So we went there. Didn't know what to expect, and
wait! You're jumping so many different levels.
Oh wait, no,
we have to go step by step through this.
Yeah.
Hold on. First of all, this is your second week of college, right? Second and third week of college. Second week of college. Okay, got it. Very new. You're 17 at the time.
Yes.
Okay, 17. So you're fresh pickings for most college students. Not necessarily me specifically, but okay. So you're
Yes.
Okay.
Very young.
A freshman. And y'all decide that y'all want to go to this shindig.
Yes, and we get to... No, we didn't get there. You came to pick us
up. So y'all called, and some male came to pick you up. A random person came to pick you up. A stranger came to pick you up in their pickup truck. Now,
but
before we get
me and my friend, we had already made a pact. Not the friend who knew you guys. Another friend of mine, we had already made this pact. We were like, all right, we're going to try this out for 5 minutes because we didn't know y'all were strangers. So we're going to try it out for 5 minutes. If we don't like it, her and I had a plan to just leave. And so you came to get us, and I remember being like, oh, he's so cute. And, we're doing the girl thing, like giggling and stuff like that. And like we get to these apartments and go in, and there was literally all alcohol. There was no food.
Okay, first. Okay, so let's rewind a bit. My version. So, in college, I played rugby. I was so in high school I played football and baseball, but in college I was supposed to play football as well, but I ended up missing the tryouts for the team, and so I stumbled upon rugby. And rugby, if you know, is a very intense and physical sport, but also if you know any ruggers, any people who play rugby, they're huge party people. For the most part, all ruggers are party people, and so by my time by junior year, we're like, okay, well, me and a couple of my friends from the rugby team, we're hanging out. It's a Friday night, and we're like, man, we got alcohol here. We ain't got nobody to hang with though. It's just us. It's just a as they stated, it's a sausage party at the time. So we decide, well, let's hit up one of our people that we knew. And she said, well, I got some friends over. I was like, bring them over here. Let's go. We don't have a ride. Don't worry, I got y'all. So I took my truck and decided to go pick them up. Mm-hmm. And after I picked them up, they were cool people. Walked upstairs and walked them downstairs to the truck, blah, blah. And then, now go ahead, continue with the... Okay, so
how y'all didn't have any food and only drinks?
Oh yeah, we didn't have we didn't have no food. Yeah, it was a party.
If you want to call it that, y'all were the only ones there.
It was just three of us. It wasn't even a party.
To be more people.
It was three of us.
So, I just remember like mingling with people, like everyone introducing one another, regular stuff that you do when you meet new people. Mm-hmm. And then we went in, and then that's when I realized that there was like only alcohol and stuff. And I hadn't really I had a couple experiences with drinks, but not like that. And so I remember you asking me like, what do you want to drink? And I mean,
your exact words were,
you were supposed to be giving me alcohol at that point.
I was 20. I wasn't supposed to be having alcohol at that point. Nonetheless.
But I foolishly said, what did I say? Vodka on the rocks?
Vodka on the rocks. Like that was your exact words. Now, first of all, you go to a random person's house, vodka on the rocks is out of the question. But not only that, we were college students. This is vodka as in not even Taka.
I didn't know.
This is Albertson's handle of vodka.
I didn't know.
Well, we didn't know either. We didn't know better anyway. But we knew it was like, she about to get towed up. We knew that part.
I was like, that's what I heard on TV. Well, no. It was. And I remember I didn't even have that much, but I guess it's because I was like essentially drinking it straight. It was just ice and vodka. Mm-hmm. I did get like pretty messed up. Mm-hmm. But I was coherent enough to remember that white dude climbing a tree and like breaking his foot, and I was like, "This is like the most white people thing I've ever seen go on."
It was rather strange. We had we had other people come over, some of the roommates from the people whose house we were at, and it one thing led to another. People climbing trees, people outside, urinating everywhere. It was a whole thing.
College towns are very sloppy when you think about it. Yeah. Because they really just pack all of us kids into that one small town with nothing to do.
Who've never been away from their parents. Yeah. It's like, go ahead. Wild out. So anyway.
But, so yeah. And you like dropped me back off at my dorm. And then...
Wait, no, wait. First of all, the night went well. Hold on, wait.
Okay, the night.
You're gonna go beginning to end. Well, the night went nice.
Well, the night did go very well. We talked like all night.
Talked all night.
Kissed a little bit. No, I think that was the second night when we kissed.
No. We did a little bit of kissing. Not much. It wasn't much. It was kind of just flirting, and it wasn't much.
And then the second.
So okay. So that night went well. Then. You were tore up.
We're not getting into all
that. Yeah, we're getting into... we're going to talk about it.
Don't do that.
Okay, so you were... well, if you don't know Paige, y'all don't, but for those who know Paige, we know that Paige falls asleep at the drop of a dime.
I like to sleep.
And so it's...
During normal sleeping hours, y'all never like to...
I kid you not. Plenty of times, she's fallen asleep at concerts, at a Saints football game. Paige falls asleep. That's what she does. So it's not. We're not saying it was because she was drunk. She had some beverages, but she just fell asleep just because that's just who she is. So anyway, so she fell asleep, and but of course they had to get back home. Get back to their dorm. So I drive them back. I'm thinking, okay, at least by the time I don't know her. No, at least by the time she gets to the actual dorm, she's going to be awake. She still doesn't wake up. So I'm like, well, we got to bring her upstairs. So I carry her upstairs to her dorm with her friend. So nothing fishy. With her friend that was there.
Okay, we're gonna edit all that stuff.
No, this is part of the story. This is part of our origin story.
That's too much.
No, it's not. And I carry her upstairs to her dorm, put her in her bed, wrap the cover over her. Her friend is there the entire time.
Okay.
And then I leave. So then the next day, now the next day, Paige vaguely remembers my existence.
Right.
But all of us, the entire group who was at that shindig that night, decided we wanted to go to breakfast that Saturday morning at the caf. Yeah. And so she's like, okay, oh yeah, I'll go with everybody, barely remembering me. So we get to the caf.
It's my turn to tell it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, baby. I'm shooting the breeze. It's our podcast.
So we were going to the caf.
Go ahead.
Well, no, you were texting me all morning, like, are we still going to eat and da-da-da. And I'm like, who is this person? And our friend was like...
You know the microphone right here.
Oh, our friend was like, like she barely remembered you either.
Wow.
So we were like, we have to figure out who this is. We get to the caf, and then we see, we're like, oh, yeah. And I remember, in college, the school we went to, nobody's on campus on the weekend. So the cafeteria was pretty much empty when we all went and had breakfast. And so you can hear everything. And I remember we was just like...
Well, first, they intentionally put us next to each other.
Yeah, they had a setup for us the whole time.
Yeah.
But I just remember talking with everybody and like cracking up laughing. I didn't know this till way after we had already been together, that you did not like my laugh at first.
So this is how it goes, okay? There's huge high ceilings in the caf at our college. And again, there's no one in there. If you know Paige's laugh, she laughs rather heartily. Like from the soul type of laugh. Like she'll cackle.
It depends on how funny it is.
And so in my head, when they put us next to each other, Paige is intentionally like, I don't like dude. Let me try to push him off by trying to force this weird laugh. Because there's no person that laughs like that. No, you don't know. That's not a normal human laugh.
It's my laugh.
Well, I know that now. It's been 12 years. 13 years almost. So I know that now. But my point is, at the time, I'm like, you didn't have to do all that. You could just told me no. You have to sit next to me or nothing.
See?
I didn't realize.
And then I remember after we left the cafeteria, we were walking. Everybody was going back to my dorm because we were going to like play games and stuff. And so everybody was walking back to my dorm. And
yeah, y'all was the closest, yeah.
I remember texting you because you were like hanging so far back behind everybody. I'm like, what is his deal? And so I was like, why are you being so shy? And you was like, well, I don't even know what you're texting back. You texting back something.
I was like, well, actually, I'm naturally shy, but also, you barely remember me from last night. So,
no, you were not on that type of energy. You said something. But
okay.
We get back to my dorm, and we're like preparing to like play the game or whatever we're playing. And I had did my laundry, and I remember being like, you're not just gonna sit there. Can you help me put the sheets on my bed? Because you were just like sitting at my computer. And so everybody all of a sudden was like,
one by one, they decided,
they were like, all right,
I forgot I gotta go take a nap. I forgot I gotta
and like hit us with the okie doke and like left us alone and stuff. And then that night we did the same thing.
No. Before we get to that night.
Oh, the card tricks.
Okay, so When I was really younger, I really enjoyed cards and card tricks and playing cards and learning about card tricks and just the fascination with it. And so I knew a few card tricks. Well, Paige happened to have on her desk a deck of cards, or in a drawer maybe, I can't remember where it was. And I was like, "You want to see something?" Not no weird way, okay, nothing crazy. And so I wanted to show her a card trick. I showed her a few, and that's when she admits, "Oh yeah, you had me at that point."
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
And you realized I was a nerd, and you was like, "Yeah, I could turn him into something."
No, I realized I ain't have to be scared.
Oh, or that part.
Which is terrible, but true. And then that night.
Yeah, go ahead. So I would go back to my dorm. No, I think we hung most of the day, huh? I can't remember if we hung most of the day or not.
Yeah, we did, because like we went to the football game and all that. No,
you went to the football game. I didn't go. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the football game with my friends, and then that night we went back to those apartments.
Same apartments.
And you got tore up.
Yeah, so that night I got tore up, and
yeah, and I called you.
I threw up in the bathroom a few times.
Oh, you going way into it? Okay.
It's our origin story. We gotta. Okay, anyway, I got tore up in the bathroom, and Paige came and literally had me in the bathroom. She sat on the floor and had me laying on her lap. And yeah, that was our origin. Well, then that Sunday.
No,
it was the next Sunday. Well, the next Sunday we went.
Yeah, the next Sunday.
Okay, well, that Sunday we did go to. Or I went to where we had a Sunday dinner by my best friend's house, and they asked me about her, and I was like, yeah, she cool. I think you ended up coming that day too.
Yeah, because that's when our other friend was like showing me his poetry and stuff, because y'all was playing cards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was like a 4-person game, but we had 6 people, so he and I sat out.
Mm-hmm. And so we ended up hanging out that whole weekend, and then the whole week, even that next Tuesday.
Every single day. And do you remember the funniest thing?
Oh, go ahead.
Like when you told me to like come to your dorm or something, and I still was like on some he not gonna get me type stuff.
Mm-hmm. And so you had our friend.
Yeah. So I told our other friend to come with me, and she waited in the hallway the whole time while I was in your dorm.
Wait in the hallway of my dorm.
That's how you're supposed to do it. More people should do that.
You're right. You're big facts, right?
But yeah. Then the next week I went home.
Hold on.
Oh.
That Tuesday is because we've been hanging out since Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday come. Mm-hmm. Well, actually Monday come, and she told me about an album that she wanted, or that she liked, and so that Tuesday I purchased the album for her. That's when I said come over to the dorm, and then that's when you and your friend came over. It and was what album was it? What album was it?
That was.
Come on now.
It wasn't the Corinne Bailey Rae album.
No, what did Corinne Bailey Rae?
It was because I remember I said, "Oh, my sister got this album before me," so it had to be Beyonce. No, it wasn't Beyonce. Ooh, don't tell me.
Okay, I'll tell you a song on it.
Oh, Neo.
I'm about to say. I had to go back. Which Neo? Which one?
It was I don't know the names of the albums.
But you know the song that you laugh at all the time.
Lied to me. Yeah.
That was You're a Gentleman. You're a Gentleman.
It was the Neo CD.
Mm-hmm. And then I wrote a note.
I still have that CD. It's probably
You still have the CD and the note. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely still have the note. But
And then that weekend, the next weekend, you went home.
Yeah, I went back home and
we still had Sunday dinner.
Yeah, another Sunday dinner. And when I got back, I had planned on going to Sunday dinner, but you met me at my dorm. And I remember sitting on your lap, and we were just like talking about our weekend and stuff like that. And you were talking about how you had to go to Sunday dinner, and you said that everybody was like asking about me and stuff like that, and they were like, well, what are your intentions with this girl? Like, what are your plans for her and all that? And then I guess I ruined the moment. I ruined the moment because I was like, Are you asking me to be your
No,
girlfriend?
ain't no. Wait, how you avoid? What, you asking me to be your girlfriend? The New Orleans came out of here quick.
You made me sound like Rasputia.
What? You asked me to be your girlfriend? Like, this is me, like, trying to, ease my way into it.
You used to, like, beat around the bush all the time. And you know me, I'm just more of a direct type of person.
100%, yes.
And so, I was like, oh, you asked me to be your girlfriend? And he was like, well, yes. And I was like, well, cool. Why didn't you just say that?
Because I was trying to get there, Paige. Okay.
You was taking a minute, you know.
Clearly.
And, yeah. That was how we met.
That was our origin story. And we've been together for, that was 9/21/08. We met on the 12th, I guess.
Because I remember
September
calling
08.
Violet at midnight when I was at that house party with y'all.
We're gonna say friends. We try not to say names on it. It's a podcast page.
I remember calling our friend at midnight and I was like, oh, happy birthday. And her birthday is on the 13th.
And so we've been together ever since. I mean, no breaks, as she would say. We don't do breaks around here.
That was the conversation we had very early on.
It was. And I mean, we've had our ups and downs, but it's been a journey for the good haul. And so for the long haul. So that's our origin story. Again, we have more episodes. Every episode is going to be something different about us, about our friends, about our focused on those types of things. And hopefully this can become a thing where it's just kind of, it's reminiscence, but for us, but also therapeutic for us and help the next person, So any last words you want to say? On our inaugural episode of our podcast?
I'm glad that we finally did it.
You know how long it took? We were supposed to start a podcast.
Goodness.
We're supposed to start a podcast.
You just bury your soul.
To start off her pregnancy. The last one. She almost done the second one.
We didn't even get to the pregnancy part yet.
Whew. Anyway, I said it at the beginning, though. I said about that you
you
bury
run down
with
the
child.
whole,
Paige. Goodness gracious.
Well, thank you for speaking on my behalf on the inaugural podcast.
I asked you if you had any said.
Well, and I was speaking. You cut me off.
Sorry. Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off. What else you got, baby? I'm sorry.
No.
I think you're messing with me. You're messing with me.
I'm very thankful that the baby sleep though. This quiet.
Yeah, it seems like that's when we're gonna have time to do the podcast when the baby is sleeping. So, and we say the baby. Now it's about to be two of them. So, anywho. All right. Well, hopefully y'all enjoyed a few minutes of our life story, and we'll see you all on the next episode. All right. Prayerfully. Y'all willing. Have a good one.